One morning, Enrica awoke to a strange sensation. The sea felt different. It called to her. A magical pull drew her to the shore. She ran to the beach, her bare feet sinking in the sand. The waves shimmered with an otherworldly glow. Enrica hesitated. Something was different. She felt a tingle run through her body. It was a feeling of excitement. It was a feeling of fear. But the sea's call was too strong to resist. She waded into the water. As soon as the water touched her skin, Enrica felt an immediate connection to the ocean. It was as if the sea itself was calling out to her, whispering secrets of the deep. The cool, salty water sent shivers down her spine, awakening something dormant within her. Enrica felt a surge of energy. It was unlike anything she had ever experienced before. Her heart raced and her senses heightened. The world around her seemed to come alive, every sound and sensation amplified. She felt a rush of exhilaration, as if she had tapped into a hidden reservoir of power. It was like a lightning bolt. The energy coursed through her body, electrifying her very being. She felt invincible, as if she could conquer the world. The sensation was both thrilling and terrifying, a potent mix of fear and excitement. It shot through her veins. The energy moved with a purpose, flowing through her like a powerful current. She could feel it in every fibre of her being, a pulsating force that seemed to have a life of its own. Her veins glowed with an ethereal light, illuminating her from within. Her legs began to tingle. They felt strange. They felt heavy. The sensation was almost unbearable, a mix of numbness and pressure. She tried to move, but her legs felt like they were weighed down by an invisible force. The tingling intensified, spreading up her legs and into her torso. She looked down in amazement. Her legs were merging. They were transforming. The sight was both mesmerizing and horrifying. She watched in disbelief as her legs fused together, the skin smoothing out and taking on a sleek, streamlined appearance. It was as if her body was being reshaped by the ocean itself. They were becoming sleek and smooth. The transformation was almost complete. Her legs had become a single, powerful tail designed for swimming through the depths of the ocean. The sleek, smooth surface glistened in the water, reflecting the light in a dazzling display. They were becoming a seal's tail. Panic surged through Enrica. She had no idea what was happening to her, and the fear was overwhelming. She tried to fight the transformation, but it was no use. Her body was no longer under her control. The ocean had claimed her. She tried to call out. She opened her mouth to scream, but no sound came out. The water muffled her voice, swallowing her cries. She felt a sense of helplessness, a realization that she was at the mercy of the sea. Her voice was gone, lost to the depths, but no sound came out. Her voice was gone. She was changing. The transformation was relentless, reshaping her body and mind. She could feel her thoughts shifting, her connection to the human world fading. She was becoming something new, something wild and free. She was becoming one with the sea. The ocean embraced her, welcoming her into its depths. She felt a sense of belonging, a connection to the water that was deeper than anything she had ever known. She was no longer just Enrica. She was a part of the ocean itself. She was becoming a seal. Her transformation was complete. She swam through the water with ease, her new body perfectly adapted to the ocean's currents. She felt a sense of freedom and joy, a new life beneath the waves. Enrica had become one with the sea, a creature of the deep. Enrica's human body continued to change. Her arms shortened. They became strong flippers. Her hands webbed. Her nose and ears disappeared. Her once brown eyes became large and black. They glistened with an ancient wisdom. Her skin grew a thick coat of fur. It was silver and sleek. It shimmered in the sunlight. Enrica, the girl, was gone. In her place was a seal, a beautiful, powerful creature of the sea. She felt the water embrace her. She felt the currents guide her. She was home. Enrica reveled in her new form. She swam through the water with effortless grace. She chased after schools of fish and played with dolphins. They leapt and twirled around her. She even made friends with a giant sea turtle. It was ancient and wise. It told her stories of the deep. The ocean was her kingdom now. She explored coral reefs bursting with color. She swam through kelp forests that swayed with the current. She discovered hidden caves filled with glowing creatures. She was free. Word spread through the village of a strange sight. The news travelled quickly, carried by the excited whispers of the villagers. Everyone was curious, everyone wanted to see it for themselves. A silver seal had been spotted in the bay. Its shimmering coat glistened under the sunlight, catching the eyes of those who were lucky enough to witness it. It was like no other seal they had seen before. Its sleek body moved with an elegance that seemed almost otherworldly, and its eyes held a depth that spoke of untold stories. It was faster, more graceful. The way it darted through the water, effortlessly cutting through the waves, left the villagers in awe. They had never seen such a creature move with such fluidity and speed. It seemed to possess an almost human intelligence. The seal's eyes, deep and expressive, seemed to understand more than just the simple instincts of survival. It was as if it could see into the souls of those who watched it. Fishermen spoke of the seal in hushed tones. They gathered in small groups, sharing their encounters and speculating about the creature's origins. Some believed it was a sign from the gods, a blessing upon their village. They said it brought good luck. The fishermen noticed that their catches had been more bountiful since the seal's arrival. They smiled as they worked, feeling a renewed sense of hope and prosperity. Children ran to the shore, hoping to catch a glimpse of the magical creature. Their laughter and excitement filled the air as they scanned the horizon, their eyes wide with wonder. But Enrica was wary. She stayed hidden amongst the rocks. Enrica, unlike the others, felt a strange connection to the seal. She couldn't explain it, but something about the creature's presence stirred a deep, unspoken memory within her. She watched the villagers from afar. The seal, too, seemed to be observing them, its gaze lingering on the faces of the people, as if searching for something familiar. She missed her human life. She missed her family. The seal's eyes, filled with a profound sadness, reflected the loneliness that Enrica felt in her heart. It was as if the creature understood her pain. Most of all, she missed her parents. The seal's longing gaze towards the horizon mirrored Enrica's own yearning for the past. She wondered if the seal too was searching for a way back to a life it had lost. Section 7. A familiar face. One day Enrica saw her parents walking along the shore. Their faces were etched with worry. They had been searching for her every day. Enrica's heart ached. She wanted to call out to them. She wanted to tell them she was okay, but she couldn't. Gathering her courage, Enrica swam closer to the shore. She poked her head out of the water. Her parents stopped in their tracks. They stared at her with wide eyes. They recognized their daughter in the seal's intelligent gaze. Section 8. A Village's Promise. News spread like wildfire through the village. Enrica had returned. She was the silver seal. The villagers gathered by the shore. They watched in amazement as Enrica swam alongside her parents. They could feel the love between them. The villagers understood. The sea had claimed Enrica, but it had also given her back to them, in a different form. They vowed to protect the ocean. They knew it held a magic they couldn't fully comprehend. Section 9. Guardian of the Deep. Enrica became a symbol of the connection between the village and the sea. She was a guardian of the deep. She warned fishermen of storms. She led them to schools of fish. She protected the marine life from harm. The villagers, in turn, took care of the ocean. They stopped polluting the water. They fished responsibly. They taught their children to respect all creatures of the sea. The village and the ocean thrived together. Section 10. Enrica's New Dawn. As the first light of dawn broke over the horizon, painting the sky in hues of pink and gold, Enrica stood at the edge of the shore, feeling the cool sand beneath her feet and the gentle breeze on her face. As for Enrica, she embraced her dual life. She found solace in the rhythm of the waves and the call of the ocean. The sea was her sanctuary, a place where she could be both girl and seal, a unique being who belonged to two worlds. She was both girl and seal. Her transformation was seamless, a dance between her human form and her seal form. She felt the freedom of the ocean and the warmth of the sun on her skin. a perfect harmony of land and sea. She was a bridge between two worlds. Enrica's heart was divided, yet whole. She carried the wisdom of the sea and the love of her family, connecting the depths of the ocean with the life on the shore. She swam with the dolphins. Their playful energy and joyful leaps mirrored her own spirit. They were her companions, guiding her through the underwater realms and teaching her the secrets of the deep. She played with the sea lions. Their laughter echoed through the waves, a reminder of the simple joys of life. They accepted her as one of their own, a sister of the sea. She explored the vastness of the ocean. The underwater world was a treasure trove of wonders, from vibrant coral reefs to mysterious shipwrecks. Every dive was an adventure, a journey into the unknown. But she also returned to the shore. She visited her family. The bond with her loved ones was unbreakable, a tether that brought her back to the land. She cherished the moments spent with them, sharing stories of her oceanic escapades. She listened to the laughter of the village children. Their joy was infectious, a melody that filled her heart with happiness. She watched them play, their carefree spirits reminding her of the beauty of innocence. Every morning, Enrica would greet the sunrise. The dawn was a symbol of new beginnings, a promise of another day filled with possibilities. She stood at the water's edge, welcoming the light with open arms. She would dive into the waves. The ocean embraced her, its cool waters a familiar embrace. She felt the thrill of the dive, the rush of the water against her skin, and the freedom of the deep. She would disappear into the vast blue. The ocean was her playground, a vast expanse where she could lose herself and find herself all at once. It was a place of endless exploration and discovery. She was a creature of the sea. She was home.